Hey guys, I'm going to do a little walkthrough of the first things you need to know about this course. Okay, get to your workspace, go to your leo.eastms.edu homepage. Then you can click on Canvas, and I'll show you that in a second, but I want to show you something else first. You have access to all of the Office products here. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the cloud, the OneDrive, OneNote. I think that's where you share things. This is our Teams information. So if you click here, you should be able to see our Teams. You can see all my files there. You can also download all of this to your computer, and I think you can do it 5 times. But if you click Install Office, it should go. If you're on a Chromebook, that may be different, but every other computer that I know of should work. Download this material. Even if you're on a Chromebook, I think you can still use these items in the browser, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, when you click on Canvas, you'll see a page like this open. This should disappear since now I know the McGraw-Hill information is not in the inclusive access anyway, and since we're using a different book for this course for the summer, you won't have to worry about the McGraw-Hill book or Connect or anything associated with McGraw-Hill. Okay, so that'll be gone. NetTutor is a place where you can send your essays to get help with them. They don't have to be complete or anything, and I think I sent you a video earlier about the NetTutor. Of course, there's your grades. There's everybody who's in our class. All right, if you need to contact, your classmates. Okay. Totally need to look through and skim through this information. Since you're taking an online class, maybe this is your first online class, you do have to take a proctored exam, which means that you are taking the exam in a room where somebody's watching you take the exam. So you have to come to campus to take your final exam. There could be other details associated with that later, but just generally speaking, you have to make an appointment to come to campus to take the final exam. Those dates will be announced later. So you're not ready to schedule your proctored exam yet. Just get ready to do that in a few weeks from now. Here's the syllabus. I just uploaded it, and I also sent it to you in Teams. Okay. Now here's a whole module full of scavenger hunts and quizzes. Literally, when you look at the scavenger hunt, they're not timed at all. You use this book, it's a PDF, to find the answers that go in the blank. I tried to make them all super easy, but a little bit challenging so that you would do a little bit of reading. So I didn't try to make them overly difficult. There's a few of them in here that are actual practices, but I tried to make those like really easy too. There are 2 attempts for each quiz because I really just want you to read the information. I'm not trying to give you bad grades here. These are all due, the scavenger hunts are all due on the 27th of June, and they will log at exactly 11:59 p.m. on June 27th. It's a computer, so it doesn't know that you had one more question to answer at 12:01. So it's going to log at 11:59, so go ahead and get them done June 26th, then you won't have to worry about that. There's a lot of grammar guide quizzes, and let's just look at one quickly. Use the grammar guide textbook to help you find answers, because some of them are just fill in the blank like you just saw, and then some of them are skill based, and I tried to check those this morning and make sure that they weren't overly complicated. For this particular semester, I'm going to make all the grammar guide quizzes optional. That means you don't have to do them. They will lock. All of the grammar guide quizzes will lock on July 11th at exactly 11:59 p.m. Just a couple more things I want to show you. Okay, scroll down. What's due and just whatever items are in this module. Let's see. Sometimes I'll set these pages up and I'll set them to show up on your to-do list. The books that I found are all open sourced books, and these are the main ones that I used. They're PDFs. You can print them out or do whatever you want with them. All right. If you want to use graphic organizers for your essay pre-writing, you can use this PDF Escape website to help you fill out those graphic organizers. If that's what you like to do, you can use the Paint program in Word if you're familiar with that. I really like using Teams. The notification immediately pops up on my computer or my phone, and I can text you back really quickly. It just works more like texting, but I also, not as frequently, but I do frequently check my Canvas and Leo email. But Teams is really fast, okay? And this is how you get to Teams. And this should take you to your team, okay? And then this is talking about the NetTutor over there. This was your plagiarism agreement. This is so that you know, I know, that you know what plagiarism is, okay? Nothing you write in here has to be true, so feel free to pull from your own imagination if you're trying to come up with examples to put into your essays. You know, like if you're a ninja warrior in Tahiti. I love those kinds of made up little examples. But please don't get online to look things up. I can tell when you got online, and basically what you're doing is stealing ideas from the internet. It ends up making your essay less rather than more. I would much rather read your original writing and your thoughts, even if they're not true thoughts, right? So this is just a quick assignment. Please don't go under the word count. Don't write me 300 words for a 50-word assignment. This is just so that we are both on the same page for what plagiarism is. And here's an MLA template that you can download and use it. You just save it to your computer and type on top of my stuff there, and everything will be formatted properly the way I like it formatted. It goes by MLA, but I like a 14-point font and triple space where everybody else wants double spacing and a 12-point font. But anyway, or you can just use it to look at and set your document up to look like my document. Like maybe if you're on a Chromebook or you're using Word online, you know, you'll just use that to kind of go by. All right, here's the warm-up writing assignment for self-evaluation. This is more of a casual assignment. You still want to follow the MLA setup where you have the MLA heading, title, and you're setting it up in paragraphs where you indent your paragraphs and all that. But I'm not really looking for topic sentences or concluding sentences. So you just kind of skim through this article. You'll see that he did 20 things to change his life, and look at how he gives you specific examples in each of these teeny little paragraphs, okay? So you just skim through. He did 20 things, and some of these things you might say, hey, those are pretty good ideas. They might help you think of your own ideas. All right, now here, when you get to the bottom, is the writing assignment. 100 to 120 words total. So you might have 75 words in this paragraph and a little bit fewer words in this paragraph, okay? These 50 to 60, they're just suggestions to help you get to the total. It's not you have to land on the number 60. You can have a few more than 120 words, but once again, don't write 200 and something words because then you're giving me way too much to grade, okay? Here again is that MLA template if you want to use that, whether you're typing on it or using it as something to go by, and make sure you read these notes, because if your paper, for example, is not formatted properly, it gets a 0. Let's just open it up and see what's all in these very important notes. Okay, so there's the MLA document again. Don't take cell phone notes. Don't take handwritten items. I don't take I've gotten it all, you guys. I don't take any of these. If you don't triple space it, I don't want it. Okay. This shows you how to do your spacing. This shows you how to turn in assignments. And if you do make a 0, especially on these first assignments, I will often put a comment on there and say, hey, you didn't triple space. Resubmit this assignment. Okay. So this is how you can get to those comments. And let's see what's next. The self-evaluation pre-writing. On pre-writing, you don't have to plan the introduction or conclusion. You can, but you don't have to. You may absolutely refer to ideas from that self-evaluation article that you read and wrote on in the warm-up assignment. 100%. I don't want you going way out on the internet, because then I have to go find whatever it was that you probably maybe accidentally plagiarized from. But remember this, accidental plagiarism is treated just like if you did it on purpose. I have to grade your pre-writing. I don't suggest ever starting the essay before you have your pre-writing graded, because I may have made significant changes or exceptions to your pre-writing, and you may have to start over. So don't do the essay, because then you'd really be in a bind. If we can't, and I'll leave a comment. Here's, whenever you go to the very important notes, it should show you how to get to the comments, right? So if you get a 0 on your pre-writing, I'm going to put a comment really quickly that says, hey, you've got to redo this. This isn't right for this reason and that reason. And if we can never get together and get that pre-writing corrected, you will get a 0 on the essay. And at some point, I'm just going to let it sit there. So make sure you're checking those comments and communicating with me very closely, because I do like to give second chances as much as possible, but I do have limits on what I am able to do. So in July, when you haven't done this pre-writing, I'm not going to be willing to talk about it. So this needs to be fixed the same week, okay, within the same couple of days where I left the comment. You'll see some examples here. Okay, you got your graphic organizers link there that you can use PDF Escape or Paint to fill in if that's what you want to do. Let's look at a student example of pre-writing just really quickly. Now she has a really good, what I call a fat pre-writing. This is for a different essay, okay? This is not a self-evaluation pre-writing, but she has all these different kinds of ideas about her mom, her dad. She has a specific story included, and then she talks about how much she loves her siblings. Let's look at another one. And this one is for self-evaluation. This was, I believe the topic was 3 things he liked about himself. And he has good manners. And look, specific detail included. I suggest you have a specific story planned where I can see it in each body paragraph. And you'll see there's nothing in here on introduction or conclusion. And I'm not looking for that. You can plan it. I don't think she had it either. So I'm not looking for introductions and conclusions on the pre-writing. Okay. I believe this link was broken the other day. I think if you click it now, it should work. Fingers crossed. And it should bump down. See, there's a whole module full of good essays and pre-writing and some unacceptable ones. So you can see what I'm not going to take. Okay? I think that gets us through this first week. Of course, let's try using Teams a lot, as much as possible. Download it to your phone so we can keep a steady stream of communication going on, and I will see you in the next video, okay?